This is a reshoot of a video I did earlier, where I forgot to put the microphone on. Ever the profesh. Yeah, and in that video, I was saying that today, this afternoon, not long ago, in fact, I realised this is the most at home I've felt for so long. I've got to be careful that I don't exaggerate this. But it's a long, long time since I felt as at home as this. I'm trying to figure out what are the causes of that. Someone I mentioned in another video recently dropped off the key that I'd given them to the flat, so that might be part of it. But I think also, whether that is or not, I don't know. I think also the way, like I mentioned about an AI service, saying that me and my environment need to sort of meet each other afresh. And when you take into account that a lot of people seem to be bussed into the town, then that throws a bit of a spanner in the works, because I'm not really meeting the town. But even despite that, thinking back to the family that was following me around Tesco's, the fellow with his kid and his missus, other people running around, apparently people working at Tesco's who may have been bussed into the town, I don't know. In some instances at the very least it did seem like that. But it seems that my reaction, my approach to all this, to the shenanigans, to the druggings, is actually starting to pay off. Maybe it's the sense that because I'm making it clear what I'm trying to achieve here, that people may get a sense that, well, this may actually be something after all these years that actually does work for the guy. Because all I can say at the moment, it could be druggings, it could be anything why I'm feeling so at home. But yeah, like I said about those down there, possibly doing me a favour the other day, and maybe I think this is the 9th day I've been since I've been out of hospital. Taking things at a pace that's, despite the druggings that happened earlier on today, that sort of, in ways that, when you're drugged up like that, you can't really control, sort of ups the pace a bit. But right now, not only am I embodying a certain tempo that's doing me good, but I'm feeling really good and really at home. And sort of after dealing, I think that's another thing. After dealing with the shenanigans down the, primarily more so down the supermarket than at the coffee shop, because I had to walk around the supermarket, the advertising agency, the total institution, have adjusted the app to the supermarket, so I no longer know what aisles things are on. I think. Well, maybe that's not such a bad thing, because I can go on a tour, but it does encourage you to spend more than what you would, which seems more important. Maybe, or maybe not. But yeah, it's just like in the original video I did about this. I'm just looking at it, and it's like nothing major is happening. It's just like, Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. It really feels that I've got a sense of being at home. Who knows? Who knows? What'll happen? Because I mean, the amount of stories that seem to have been doing the rounds with these people. The state of the girl down the coffee shop. To me, she seems sound, but like she has been in that state before, of being in a bit of an emotional state. But yeah, and I hope it isn't the case that people keep going around for the rest of my life, saying things like "no worries, no problem" and all the rest of it. But if it is, I know I can do. It's nothing major to really deal with. Like with the fly earlier, they'd been training insects, like adverts about training insects. But there was an advert about training birds, like they've done plenty of times. It's just like I looked at it, nothing major. But these are the type of things, before I started with this approach, that used to really, get to me at times. Primarily when I was drugged up. When I was drugged up. Because if you weren't drugged up, you wouldn't take any of the shenanigans to heart. It does take druggings to get you in the type of state where you would. I mean, to do that now that I've got this sense of being at home, I mean, the scenario, like I said, because of the type of stories, the amount of stories that seem to be consuming these people, the ad agency, the total institution, and the people they feed. It may be sometime, and chances are it will be, before things completely turn to normal. But realistically speaking, if I look back, if I think of how this has been going, the stuff I've had to do, it seems, this, despite the shenanigans, this does feel like home. And I think I'll quite easily go for a coffee tomorrow and really enjoy it. I mean, there will be shenanigans, like I said. Chances are, for example, if I'm standing by this window, standing by that window, there will be, oftentimes, you'll get people walking past, trying to advertise some argument. I'm not like arguments that went on this morning that I'm just not interested in. Even looking at. So I mean, someone just walked past. I don't know what the argument was. I don't know what the advert was. I'm not particularly interested. Like with the guy and his family following me around Tesco's, with the fly, as I was with the insect, as I was taking a shortcut through the youth centre's car park, and so on. It's just. Yeah. I mean, I will. The chances are, wherever you'll be in, if we don't know, that the chances are when I have dinner tonight, that I'm going to get drugged up during the process, and the druggings have started already, as you would expect. But if they do, then at least I've had a good hour and a half. But I really have felt at home. There's a sudden increase in the traffic, but which you wouldn't really expect on a bank holiday Saturday. Yeah. I mean, now I know people walk around with props, and people are put up to dressing this way, that way, whatever, to move about in certain ways, to be seen as we get someone walking past the flat. May or may not, I don't know, I didn't look at it long enough. Why would I? But yeah, it's sort of like what I argued in an early video when I was at the psychiatric unit. It seems now that my approach to all this, that seems to have been taken in a particular way, judging from the girl down the coffee shop, who makes great coffee, by the way, that this is actually working. But maybe they've set their heart on the advertising agency and the total institution on a certain outcome that I am convinced, whatever that outcome may be, if it detracts from the way I'm approaching things, like when I was on the ward, keeping myself to myself, avoiding the dramas, on the where everyone congregated, that this is sort of the way to do things. Take this at a tempo, at a pace that's more fitting for someone who's just been 9 days out of a psychiatric unit after being there for 10.5 weeks. And to think this may not appear to be the case, and when I'm drugged up, of course it's not going to appear to be the case. Well, maybe the answer to that is, well, you don't drug people up, do you? But starting to seem like this approach that I've been taking, not only on the ward but here, is really paying off. Like, I'm looking here, it's just like, so what? It's traffic. It's people walking past the flat, whether they're put up to it or not. Really, who gives a shit? Like I said, another almost certainly, I would guess, could be, might not be. Chances are, the way people went at the coffee shop and went on at the coffee shop in the supermarket today, that it is loads of people walking around trying to be noticed. Like I say with the guy with his family down in the grocery store, well, you don't have to live your life running around for some advertising agency, an ad agency. Some people do that. In the literal sense of doing that. Some people in this scenario do it because, like I said before, a lot of people seem to think they're part of some big deal drama. And I did point out, didn't I, to the psychiatrist at the psychiatric unit, that sort of it is a mistake to try and build things up into big deal dramas, especially when for so long they do fall so flat. That's the way it is. But anyway, like I said, pretty right at the moment. Not so much as what it was. I'm guessing there's some sort of drugging going on there. But yeah. Yeah. 9 days. 9 days to get to this stage. It won't last. I'm guessing. They will come out with stuff in the environment that at the moment I will have to respond in similar ways to what I've been responding to. But if it's any indication, the situation as it stands now says to me in no small part that I'm doing just about everything that I need to be doing right now.